Go for it.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Scared me. We're going to do the question and answer video that we put out maybe 10 days ago or 2 weeks, something like that. Here's the first question. It was on Instagram. This is 2 questions from the same individual, and I happen to know him. First, why do you have a trail camera in the window, on the bench on the porch? If you look in the window, a lot of times you'll see a trail camera. It doesn't work. It's just for a joke.
Pretend.
No, yeah, pretend.
It's to ward off all the
Dogs and cats, I guess.
would-be criminals.
Yeah, would-be criminals. So, the second question is, my
But
friend.
we do have other trail cams that work.
Yeah.
In the woods.
Yeah. Second question is, they have not seen me in my work jumpsuit. I used to wear a blue jumpsuit that I love, and she's hid them, and I can't find them. So they were real comfortable, and stuff that's comfortable to me is stuff that seems like she doesn't like. So it had a pocket here, and it zipped all the way up from the bottom of me to the top, to my neck, and real comfortable, thin, nice to wear in the summertime on hot days.
They're long pants. They're too hot to wear.
When I used to work.
Yeah, but you don't need them now.
I still like to dress up. I used to
Dress up
and put on something different. Anyway, I used to get a piece of tape and put a name. I'd make up a name, like Jack or dog catcher or something, just to have some fun. Okay, let me stop here for just a second. Let me go to YouTube and we'll look at the questions on the YouTube video about that. Okay, I've got my phone here and I'm going to start from the bottom and work my way up on the question and answers. One of the questions, why do you have square body Chevy trucks and not any 60s Chevy trucks? I did have some 60s Chevy trucks, 60s, about a 69, 68, 67, 2 69s. Yeah, 67 to 68. 68 was a forestry truck. 67 was a GMC. It's 6-cylinder automatic. Some of this stuff was before I actually got started on YouTube. What do you want to say?
The answer is you can find square body parts in the junkyard easier than you can the older trucks.
Yeah, and I guess I always say graduate. I don't know if that's the correct thing to say. It's not graduate. I still love those trucks. It's just square bodies for me at the moment, which is kind of easier to find, just like Mrs. PIB said. Okay, another question is, how come you do not have any dogs or cats?
Too much responsibility.
Well, yeah, and I mean, they're kind of expensive. You got to buy food, cat litter, shots.
And if you have to take them to the vet, it could cost an arm and a leg.
So, the way I think is, do you want a dog or a cat, or do you want C10 parts? I'll take the C10 parts. Okay. How are you doing? We are doing great. Blessed. We are doing great. Let's see. It would be nice if your wife, Mrs. PIB, would interact more on your channel and at least say something.
Something.
Okay. I don't think that's what they meant.
I just see people on other channels, and I know sometimes people get tired of seeing the sidekicks on.
You're not a sidekick.
I don't want people to go, well, I wish she'd get off of there. I don't want to hear her. I want to hear him talk about trucks. I just don't want to. I
You're
don't want
fine.
people to think, yeah, she needs to get out of there.
No, you're fine. Where is your 62 Impala? I like seeing it. I used to own one when I was 20 years old back in 1986. I paid $60 for it. I still have it, and it's sitting in the garage. There's a video. If you haven't seen it already, depending on when I post it, there's a video coming out, or there's one fixing to come out on it. God is always good. Yes, He is. Should I mention that one?
No.
Oh, what's the oldest vehicle you've owned? Believe it or not, I had a 1947 Chevy two-door. I guess I'll call it coupe. It was a barn find, and it had been auctioned off at an auction. The owners in a county not too far from us. This is back in the early 80s, maybe 81, 82. And it had been in a barn, had 90,000 miles on it. It was rough looking, but had 90,000 miles. It run, but it didn't have any. It would run.
Ran.
It would ran.
It ran.
It ran, but it did not have any brakes. And I had just gotten married to my first wife, and times got tough. We were kind of newlyweds, and I sold it to one of my friends. Tried to buy it back a bunch of times, and my friend wouldn't sell it. And now my friend has passed away, and I don't know what's happened to the car. So he died of a heart attack, and I used to work with him. We were real good friends. But if you think I'm a parts hoarder or a car hoarder, I don't hold a candle to this guy. And unfortunately, he passed away, and I hate that. But anyway, I don't know what happened to the car. But that's the oldest car I've ever had, a 1947 Chevy, 6-cylinder, 3-speed on the column. See, what is the tire size on the OBS? I've answered that already. Tire size on OBS truck, Sam. Oh yeah, I'm always looking for ways to send. What I'm wanting to do, somebody just mentioned this in the question. I'm trying to get set up of a way to send, like you all that have a C10 or GMC truck or something that's your passion, like a Chevy car or whatever. Send a short video, no more than 2 minutes. I'd like to put it on YouTube on my channel if it's okay with you. And you can do a walk around real quick, talk about it, how long you've had it, whatever. I just need to find a way in order for you to send me a short video of your ride, and I'll put it on YouTube. I thought that'd be kind of neat. You could show your friends or whatever, so if you have a way to do that, let me know in the comments. We'll try to make it happen. Let's see. How stinky is the Penetrol stuff?
Not bad.
No, it's not bad. I mean, you can smell it, but it's not an odor that's
overpowering.
No, it's not overpowering, is it?
No.
It's not bad at all, really. I mean, I'm just letting you know you can smell it. Let's see. I know you are a Chevy guy, but would you ever consider having an old Ford or Dodge project truck? Yeah, I would. I like Fords and Dodges. It's just with our budget, it's easier for me to find Chevrolet parts than it is to find Ford or Dodge parts. And they're more expensive than Chevys. Chevys are just a little more common around here, and parts for Chevys are, a little cheaper. So, and most of my friends that live around me that do work, for me, like GM Tim 38 or Tim Dixon at Gas X Chop Shop, they're Chevy kind of guys. And so it's just, if I brought a Ford over there, they probably wouldn't fool with. Pretty sure they wouldn't, even though there's nothing wrong with a Ford or a Dodge. We've had some Fords, and my first car was a '63 Dodge 4-door push button Polara 318 push button, and that was a good car. Let's see, where am I at here? Let's see. No, not that one. Do you and the better half, Mrs. PIB, that you just lost some points, ever go to car shows in East Tennessee? I reckon Sky or Sam would do well at an event. We used to go all the time, every weekend, Friday night and Saturday night. But I guess we just kind of got burnt out. It's after a while. I mean, you get tired of. I don't know, not tired, just I don't know. We just used to go everywhere every weekend, didn't we? Every weekend.
Maybe it's called getting old.
Getting old. Hey, that's a good way. Getting old, and just kind of got burnt out. You know, it's always hot summertime, and you know, it's. I don't know. I guess Scott and Sam would do pretty good, but
And we never really went to car shows. We just mostly went to cruising.
Yeah, cruisings. I'm not really into car shows where you judge and all that. It kind of keeps, in my opinion, it kind of keeps people like myself, you know, away that maybe has an interesting car or truck. I'd rather go to a cruise-in and see a variety of show cars all the way up to stuff like what we drive. Let's see. Why do you always disconnect the battery? I just do that. All these old trucks are, 45 years old or so, and, you know, you don't know. I don't ever want to have a short, you know, because of a
Short
mouse.
out. You don't want it to short out.
Thank you.
I'll translate for you.
Thank you. Don't want it to ever have a short out because of mice or whatever, or a snake. I don't know. To me, it's just safer. You know,
Not to have power going to it.
Thank you. The second question. My second question is, how long have you been messing with these old Chevy trucks? Well,
A very long time.
yeah, probably off and on, probably 50 years. You know, I'm 65, so you're talking right around 50 years, give or take. Let's see. I think you need to have a live YouTube video.
Oh no, this is bad enough. If you make a mistake, you can hit pause and cut it off. But if it's live, it's live. No going back. No deleting. You could do a live, but I'm not doing a live.
I can't do a live without you.
I can be your producer, but I'm not gonna talk live.
Here's another question. That's a good question. I was talking about getting my 62 Impala painted. Do you still think about doing that? I'd love to see it without that primer. Let's see.
Yes, we would love to get the primer spots fixed, and we just haven't got around to it.
Yeah.
We gotta find somebody to do it.
Yeah, I'm real picky with that car. Very picky. So
we're trying to. This guy that we have in mind, we gotta get worked in.
Okay. Let's talk about bouncing fuel needles. Do you always see bouncing fuel needles? And maybe thoughts on fuel tanks? No, I don't really see bouncing fuel needles, and I've replaced fuel tanks before several times. Let me tell you what I done one time. What car was it? Oh, we had a 62 Impala Super Sport, 327 4-speed. It was sharp. And when I first got the car, of course, it was junk. And it took I think 4 Impalas to make that one. But the fuel tank was bad in it. So somebody told me to go buy some liquid glass
At the drugstore.
at the drugstore. Come in a big old jar, kind of like mayonnaise, best I can remember. And they said it would seal the fuel tank. And, you know, if there was any contaminants, it would, you know, lock them in place where it wouldn't give you fuel issues. Well, I done that, and, you know, I put gravel in the tank, shook it all up for the longest, you know, back and forth, and getting all the rust and this, that, and the other out of it. And after doing that for a while, I poured that liquid glass in, you know, shook it around, got
Did
it
you
all
take the
cut.
gravel out first?
Yes, I took the gravel
You
out first.
didn't say that.
I did. Turn it toward you so they can hear some of your Anyway, that liquid glass, I let it dry for several days, and I looked down in a tank with a flashlight. Don't do it with a match. With a flashlight, and it just looked like potato chips. It didn't work. I don't know who told me that, or if it was... Anyway, they had used it, and it worked for them, but it did not work for me. So, that didn't work. I guess that's it. Best I can tell. It would be nice, a video comp. Be nice to see different rides. A video with all the rides in it. I done one here recently with all the trucks. Of course, I didn't get the 62 Impala out, but yeah, I got all the trucks out one day a couple of weeks ago. 5 or 6 trucks. Anyway, I stuck them in the driveway and made a video and talked about them. I made up something about if you had to sell one, which one would you sell? If you had to keep just one, which one would you keep? You might find it interesting. I don't know. I'm just showcasing all the trucks. I started every one of them. Anyway, you've probably already seen it, but anyway, I just thought I guess that's all the question and answers that I have. I didn't know if this would be a good video or not. It's kind of fun, and to see what's on y'all's minds and what we have going on. So if you would like to subscribe to the channel, Primer Does Best, I appreciate it. And also, I'd like to thank my wife, Mrs. PIB, for putting up with me and listening to me, my goofy ideas. I have some goofy ideas sometimes, and she's kind of like my filter, so to speak, and it goes in her head and bounces around. It comes out, no, that's not a good idea, kind of thing, you know. But a lot of times I get harebrained ideas, and you don't have to agree with me. No, I'm just saying sometimes I have harebrained ideas. So anyway, you can thank her for some of the content being a little bit better than what I would normally put out there. She's a big help to me, so thank you very much.
Welcome.
And thank you for the question and answers. It's kind of interesting. I'm trying to get to know y'all. You get to know us. And we might do this again sometime. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see how it goes. I hope y'all's having a blessed day today. The Lord's in charge, isn't he?
Yes.
And we're very blessed to have him in our lives. And I hope that you feel the same way as we do. And we're very, very blessed. God bless y'all. Catch you in the next one. See you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.